Today we're replacing a well pump. For the city slickers in the audience, a lot of people in the country get their water from wells. Wells are basically a tube that's drilled into the ground down to the aquifer. The aquifer is like a spongy rock with a bunch of water in it. When it rains, the water percolates down through the soil and eventually gets to the spongy rock. Depending on the location of the house or the farm or whatever, the aquifer can be different depths. This one that we're working on today was drilled down to 176 feet. We've seen some that are drilled as low as 20 foot, particularly around lakes and rivers and things like that. And some of them in this area get all the way down to 400 foot when you're in like a real rocky area or something. Basically, there's pipe that extends down into the ground, and then there's a pump, a submersible pump that sits in the aquifer. That pump is always underwater, and whenever you call for water, it sucks the water up, spits it up this pipe that you see. I call that the drop pipe, and then inevitably into the house. Because of the temperatures that we live in, it gets down to 30 below here, we have to have a pitless adapter. That's that brass thing you saw before. The pitless adapter allows us to disconnect the drop pipe from the horizontal pipe going to the house, even when it's 6 foot down. That's why it's called a pitless. Prior to that, there was actual pits, like big underground boxes, basically, that you'd have to climb into and disconnect all this stuff. There was, you just saw eight pipes there. Each pipe is 21 foot long. I said it's 176 feet deep, but the pump itself was sitting at about 168 foot. I'm just putting all the couplers on the new pipe. I cut the camera short. I ended up getting rushed on this job because we didn't have some of the material, so I had to drop the crane and everything. So you're not going to see the full final product, but you'll see me drop the pipe, and then you'll see me test pump it. So when we put that pipe in there, we're going to pump it over the well casing just to make sure that it's clean. We don't want to be pumping a bunch of rust and stuff that we just agitated by doing this process. So this pump here only requires 2 hot wires and a ground. The last pump required 3 hot wires and a ground. You're going to see me do a little bit of electrical modification there too. We like the 2-wire better because now we have an extra conductor in case we get in trouble in the future. Anyways, I'll do more well videos in the future. I'm still trying to perfect the whole video camera process on the wells, but I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Oh, I do put the amp meter on it just to see it working. I wanted to see that it's actually running here. There you go. And then you'll see the water now. Have a great day.